Bum bum ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Monday mini medicine card readings. I am just getting. I decided I wanted to do it outside tonight because it's so beautiful out. And who knows when it's going to start raining again. So I thought I would take advantage. I just got here to the river. I'm looking for some stones to be a handy little camera holder thingy. Yeah, and it was like where I was visiting a friend up in Snohomish, Washington, and it was 100 degrees today up there. So, all right, so I'm just getting set up, getting my blanket put on the ground, kicking off my shoes, and I'm hoping that my phone has enough juice in it to last for an hour or so. If not, I've got one of those brick thingy majiggers to plug into. But welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Patrick. I am your friendly neighborhood shaman and owner of Perching Wolf Studios. And we are going to be doing some readings today. Okay, let me see if this is going to work. Let's see. I didn't factor in how hard it was going to be to set up with one hand as I'm holding my phone. So, let's see. Dun da da dum dum ba bum bum ba ba bum. If anybody is there, feel free to comment or to send me some hearts or likes or something, because so far it doesn't look like anyone's there. And I want to make sure my comments are working, because otherwise tonight we'll have to do something different, because so far there's no comments. So far nobody is on. It might be that you're all out enjoying the same weather. All right, let's try this. That works. Yeah. Welcome if you're just joining me. I am outside this week. I figured it was just such a beautiful day, I couldn't do this inside. So I'm down at the river trying to set up a fancy little phone rest so I can set my phone down and do the readings actually. Let's see if this works. Bum ba ba bum bum ba bum. How is that? That'll work. Perfect. I got my Kinsey 6 t-shirt on for Pride Month. Let's see, what do I need? I need my smudge. And the shaman needs some smudge, needs some smudge, needs some smudge. And he ought to have a drum, have a drum, have a drum. And he ought to have a song, have a song, have a song. If he wants to keep the journey. All right. A little bit disorganized tonight. I apologize for not having gotten set up earlier. I just got back from visiting a friend in Snohomish, and unfortunately saying goodbye to one of my favorite furry nieces. She's 13 years old and she's tired and I think ready to go home. And so I went up. Her and I have this special bond. When my friend got her, her name is Diva, and she's like black lab-ish, I think. and I was kind of house sitting for my friend when she got Diva, and so she got Diva, and then she had to leave for the weekend, so I got to bond with Diva, like, and we are just, I mean, she is my favorite furry niece, and she still, every time I go there, tail's a wagging, and so that was kind of a bittersweet. I hadn't seen her for a while, but anyway, so I was a little late getting home, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go outside, so that took me a little bit more time, so thank you for your patience as I explain all of this. But let me show you where we are. We are down on the Cedar River in this beautiful, this is where I come to do ceremony. I got the sun setting across the way. I just could not resist coming outside tonight. I couldn't, there was no bit of me that could sit inside and do this. Well, it was such a gorgeous evening. So that's where we are. I'm hoping a critter or two happened by. I was here last week and I had a deer walk like just offshore, like right in front of me. And there's a beaver who has been hanging out. Not sure where he's building his lodge or where his dam is or whatever, but he's been hanging out here. It's been amazing, just amazing. So again, if you're just joining us, my name is Patrick. I am your friendly neighborhood shaman and owner of Perching Wolf Studios. You can check out my website at perchingwolfstudios.net. If you enjoy tonight's readings and you want to get one for yourself, you can check on my website, set up an appointment right there on my website, and other shamanic healings and teachings, etc. that I do. But for now, we're going to do Monday Mini medicine card readings. If you've never been here before, this is the deck I use. It's very, if you could see it in person, it's very, very loved. And each card has a different animal on it. And each animal has a different message, a different medicine, which is why they're called medicine cards. And so whichever animal shows up, that is your guidance for the week. Okay, I need a pen and paper. So the way this works, hey Esperanza, the first 6 people to comment yes in the comments, of course, are going to get a 1-card reading tonight. So if you would like a reading, just a 1-card simple reading, type yes into the comments and we will put you on the list. What else was I going to say? Oh, and this video is absolutely free, but the only asking price I ask is if you would share this video. Of course, you don't have to, but that's kind of my suggested donation. All right, Esperanza, you're first. And I know we missed you a few weeks ago, so awesome. You get to go first tonight. So if you would please share my video. That is the suggested donation for watching. What else was I gonna say? So I don't remember what else I was gonna say. I'm kind of like, part of me just wants to be quiet and watch the sunset. But so let me know if you want a reading. We got 5 spots left. And Coyote is playing with me because I just dumped all my matches into my smudging shell. So thank you again for joining me tonight. I just could not do it inside. And I've been outside most of the day, which was awesome. So once I get my matches gathered up here. All right, Valerie wants one. Anyone else want a one card reading? Got 4 places left. Just comment yes. Okay, Joe wants one. How about you, Roulette? Did you want one too? All right. Oh, Sage wants one. All right, 2 more. Oh, Roulette, you said yes for him as well. Does that mean you want one too? Okay. Yes for Roulette. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we have 1 space left. Going once. Just kidding. Didn't realize Oracle cards were good for smudging, huh? I have a little plushy salmon in my office, and I went in one time when I was just kind of starting out and I wasn't used to stuff yet. I didn't have my wing that I use for smudging, so I had to use my stuffed salmon and use the tail to blow the smoke around. So, all right, so I'm just gonna smudge my cards. I brought my pipe with me so that right afterwards I can do pipe ceremony. All right, we still have 1 spot open if anybody wants it. So far we've got Esperanza, Valerie, Joe, Sage, and Roulette. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull a card for everybody. So whether you get, oh cool, I can take my hat off. The sun went behind the trees. I'm going to pull 1 card. This is the card for everybody, whether you are getting a 1 card reading or not. Let's see who wants to come and play. I keep keeping my eyes open for Mr. Beaver, who might stop by for a cameo appearance. All right. Oh, both Joe and Roulette are going to get their own card, Sage. That's okay. Thank you. We still have 1 spot open. All right. So for everybody, whether you are getting a reading or not. Ah, that makes sense. We have Prairie Dog. This is for everybody, whether you're getting a reading or not. This is the card, the guidance for everyone watching. And Prairie Dog is about retreat. Oh, thank you, Sage. Okay, we'll do you number 5. So, prairie dog is retreat. When prairie dog comes up, you know how, like, even in businesses where they have all the cuticles, everyone has cuticles, the cubicles, and they talk about prairie dogging when people kind of put their head up above to see what's going on and then pop back down. Prairie dog is about retreating underground. Prairie dogs have those vast prairie dog towns underground with all the different chambers and tunnels, and they always have chambers set aside for individual prairie dogs to go and be by themselves, to have time alone, away from the community. And it's kind of that idea that to be the best member of the community you can be, you have to know what your own energy baseline is. You need to know how it feels to be yourself without the influence of anybody else's energy. So this week, as best you can, I highly suggest taking some solitude, taking some time to yourself. Wrap yourself up, well, depending on how hot it is where you are, wrap yourself up in a blanket, have a nice cup of tea or chai or something, and read a book, have some quiet time, meditate, just to remember who you are, okay? The other message from Prairie Dog is that, prairie dogs always have a sentinel watching out for predators. There's always one prairie dog, at least one prairie dog, whose only job is to scan the horizon for like coyotes or whatever, or scan the skies for hawks and eagles. And so because there is someone on duty to watch for threats, the rest of the prairie dog town can relax and go about their day, go about their business without worrying. They don't have to be hyper vigilant looking for predators because it's someone's specific job to do that. How that pertains to you, when it's knowing that you have permission to stand down. It's time for you to retreat into yourself, away from the community, and you are safe to do so because you're being watched over. Your guides are watching over you. Your ancestors are watching over you. They're holding space for you to give you that opportunity so that you can just let everything go. You don't have to carry the world. You don't have to make sure everyone's doing okay. It's your time. And it's your time because you are being watched over. So take care of yourself. Allow yourself to breathe and to take the world off your shoulders, okay? And on that note, if you weren't aware of it, Wednesday night I do a sacred pipe ceremony where I hold space. We do sacred pipe ceremony, give people an hour or so to take the world off their shoulders, everything I just said, and to breathe and to connect to spirit. So if you have a hard time finding time to do that in your own life, then come and join us Wednesday night at 8 right here on my Facebook page. And it's the perfect excuse to relax and to let go, okay? So that's the card for everybody, Prairie Dog. All right, first up is Esperanza. Let's see who's coming to walk with you this week. I kind of have to watch my phone too because I don't want it to die on me. Let me look and see where we are as far as I better plug in. It's almost half the battery I had. So hang on there, Esperanza, we'll get to you. And on the off chance that my phone dies before I'm done giving you each a reading, I will give you I will do a reading for you, and I can message that to you personally or something like that. We'll figure it out, because it could be that this might not work. But all right, so let me make sure. Now, I don't know if the screen went dark or if you could see me messing with my phone. All right, so Esperanza, let's do your card. Maybe I'll try to do this as quickly as I can before my phone dies. Okay, Coyote is really active tonight. I can tell you that much. Let's try this. Okay, come on, come on. All right. Okay, we're charging ahead. All right, Esperanza, this one is yours. Esperanza, you got the Weasel. Weasel is kind of like the secret agent of the animal kingdom. Weasel they're so quick, they have such a high metabolism that they can't stop moving. They're into everything. I watched one time at the zoo, and it was dizzying. It was tiring, because he probably within a couple of minutes was every single place within his little enclosure. And so the gist of it is that Weasel knows things he's not supposed to. He's into everything. He's in and out before you even realize he's there. And so it's a time that is about intuition. It's about trusting your intuition. When words just pop into your head and then pop out of your mouth, you can trust those words. When you pick up feelings, when you pick up information and you don't know where it came from, know that is your intuition, and that if Weasel is involved, your intuition is kicking up a few notches. Pay attention to the synchronicities that are happening. I'm just hearing, keep moving. Keep moving. Don't get caught in the hamster wheel, right? It's like, because you are so intuitive, you can see every possible outcome of a situation, right? But if we get caught in that mental site, then we can't make a decision, we can't move forward because there's just too many options, right? So make sure that when you get that information, when you get those intuitive hits, that you drop out of the brain and into the heart to decide what's the right one for you at that time. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed just because you can see all of them, and then we spend all that time weighing everything, trying to judge the value of it, what's the best, what if that one's better. When you start going back and forth, you're in the brain. Drop into the heart and see which option feels. You can even put one option in each hand and close your eyes and see which hand starts to rise. That's the lighter option, and you can trust that. That's your intuition. Okay? All right. Moving right along. Any charge, that's good. Let's see, next is Valerie. I hope that makes sense, Esperanza. All right, Valerie, I love her, Valerie. There's a girl I know who makes me feel so good. It's okay, I can sing to her. She's my fiance. So. All right, Valerie. Okay, Valerie. It's time for you to really retreat. Really take some time to yourself. Kind of dig deep, dig in. Breathe. Take yourself off of sentinel duty. Take yourself off of guard duty. You're not in charge right now. You are being watched over. Okay, Sage. I hope that works. Come back in. Seeing as Prairie Dog was the card for everybody, regardless whether you have another reading or not, you got double Prairie Dog. So take yourself off of sentry duty. Let go, like they say, let go and let God, you know. You're not in charge of making things work. You're not in charge of figuring out how things are going to work out. You're only in charge of setting your intentions of what you want to find in the world. Start dreaming. Prairie Dog is kind of like Bear in that way of going into the dark, into the womb of the earth, to daydream, to connect to your most primitive, deep goddess, earth, wisdom, into that darkness of the void, which is the creator of all things. And know that whatever your desires are, whatever your dreams are, whatever your prayers are, you deserve them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be yours. Got a couple of fishermen walking by. If you were not meant to fulfill your dreams, they would not be a part of you. The fact that you have dreams, that you can imagine a better future, means that it exists. In that void, the darkness of the cave, the darkness of the Prairie Dog chambers, burrows, everything exists. Trust that you deserve it, that you are worthy, okay? I hope that helps. All right, we're on to Joe. The mosquitoes are, you see me swatting, it's the mosquitoes. But I have an interesting shamanic way of dealing with the mosquitoes. And it seems to work. It's like I might get bit 2 or 3 times, but I have an agreement with the mosquito deva, like the spirit of all mosquitoes, that if they don't eat me, I will bless them rather than cursing them like most of humanity, and see them feasting on the biggest deer, the biggest boar, the biggest foxes that they can find. And it seems to work. It's like I'll get 1 or 2 or 3 bites and that's it. They might still fly around and pester me, but I don't get bit a lot. So try that. See if that works for you. All right, Joe. All right, Joe. You got alligator, and she came up reversed. What alligator is about is integration. So know that things may seem chaotic right now. Things might seem like fragmented, like, you know, you've got the different aspects of your life. You've got your work life, your social life, your home life, etc. And they might not seem to mesh. You might feel pulled between them, having to play a different part in each realm or whatever. And try to figure out how things fit together. It's like you have a puzzle and the pieces are spread all over the place. But know that it's all on purpose. There's a purpose to it. Because you're integrating. You're putting the pieces together. That's why she's in reverse. Because you're in the stage of integration where everything seems disconnected. Everything seems fragmented. But you are in the process of bringing them all together. And you know why? Because just like alligator has her eyes on the side of her head, right? So she can see 360 degrees, the panoramic view all around her. So she knows exactly how this part over here fits with that part over there. So it's an integrated view of the world. And because she can see that entire 360 degrees, she knows that she is the center of her world. She is the bridge between all those separate things. She is the common denominator. So you are the common denominator. All the various things you're interested in, all the things you love, all the people you love, etc., even though they may not mesh, you are the common denominator. You are the bridge that holds them together. You are the center of your world. So take credit for what you have created. And know that, like alligator just floating in the water, she doesn't create waves, right? She can see, she knows exactly who she is, how she fits into the picture. And because of that, she knows how much to just kind of flick her tail a little bit to get drifting in the right direction at the right speed, to be at the riverbank when the deer comes down to drink. So she knows exactly who she is, where she fits, and all of that. You are the creator of your reality. Oh, and what I was saying, I knew I got off on a tangent. If she's thrashing around in the water, kicking up the mud and everything else, she can't see the connections, right? Right now is a time to float. Right now is a time to observe, okay? It's not your job to go out running after every little fragment, trying to duct tape it together to make one big picture. That's not your job. It's already connected. It's about being in stillness and actually awakening to what's already there, okay? So if you're not already, I would suggest meditating. That's one of the best ways to center yourself, to see the connections between all things, but know that it is all happening for a purpose, and that you are the center. You are the linchpin that holds it all together. Not in a, you better be good or it's all falling to crap kind of way, but you're what holds it all together in your world. I hope that makes sense. So that's alligator. Let me look and see. Cool, I actually gained a point. All right, so Roulette, you're up. Sage, were you able to get back on? I didn't see you pop back up again yet. In fact, I haven't seen any since you posted that you were frozen. I'm going to try to come back in. So I hope I'm not frozen and just talking to myself. But Roulette, you're the next one. You're the next contestant. Come on down. Let's see. Oh, Joe, I just got the phrase in my head. Don't push the river. Yay, Sage is back, and my comments are working. Woohoo! Alrighty, so Roulette, we'll put you next. Alright, Roulette, I remember your card from last week. I remember you got dog. This week, you got coyote. Coyote, of course, is dog's cousin. And coyote is the trickster. So, and he's coming in upright. So it's have you had kind of a breakthrough this week? Have things lightened up? That's my big question for you. So that's the first thing coyote would make me think, is that maybe there was a breakthrough, like a different perspective that came through, or something came to light, and life just seems at least just a little bit more light and fluffy. I hope that's the case. But it's definitely a good sign. You know, the trickster, and I think I said this last week, I think someone else had, but actually I think Joe had, but the coyote, but you know, when coyote comes nipping at your heels, it's not to humiliate you, it's not to knock you down, it's to say, hey, come on, let's play. Woof, woof, let's play. There's this wonderful woman, her name is Caroline Casey, and she's got a bunch of different YouTube videos, and she does, I can't remember what it is. It's like the Coyote News or something. And she has this newsletter. It's all about coyote medicine. It's about trickster medicine. And she is so fun and so knowledgeable about so many things. But it's really about the playfulness. It's about bringing in, seeing the magic, not being all serious. It's like lightening up and seeing the magic and the dance of life, being free. It's a more, whereas, you know, with the domestic dog, there's kind of a sense of, I mean, they're free in their own way, but as a pet, as a domesticated animal, there's certain limits around dog. Coyote is totally free. So what I'm hoping is perhaps, or maybe that's what's going to happen this coming week. Look for the happy surprises, okay? If you've got a gratitude journal, make sure to write in it each day, looking at the good things, the things that you can be grateful for, and know that there is laughter in your future, that there is play in your future, that things are not as serious as they may first look. And it's, how do I put this? I don't know how to put this into words, but what just flashed in my head was not laughing at other people, but it's okay. How do I put this? Without laughing at others or putting people down or laughing at them, it's okay to see the lighter side of whatever's happening, different situations. And it's okay to laugh. Maybe not necessarily to someone's face, if it would be hurtful, but if that laughter helps them as well, if it's a mutual. Don't be afraid to laugh. Don't be afraid to express that joy. I went to one of my mentors one time, and you know, I'm pretty well known for my laugh. I don't know if I've laughed really loud here on video before, but I'm pretty well known for my laugh. When we go to different events or whatever, I tend to be the rallying place. Like, where were we supposed to meet? Oh, I hear Patrick laughing over there. We're going that direction. So, why was I saying that? Oh, my mentor, when I was talking to my mentor, he was talking about my laugh. And he was like, he looked at me and he's like, you know, not everything is funny. I think I lasted for maybe 1 or 2 seconds and then just burst out laughing. You know, and granted, not everything is funny in the moment. You know, there's horrible things going on. I'm not denying the horribleness, the pain, and everything else. And I'm the first one to try to step in to heal that. But from the cosmic point of view, everything is a joke. It's the cosmic joke. It's that we could actually be afraid. We are gods. We are aspects of the divine. We are indestructible. Our bodies, not so much, but who we truly are in our essence. And the fact that we can be afraid, or that we could be like scrabbling with other people for resources, etc., rather than working together, is kind of a cosmic joke. In fact, one of my favorite aunts, when she died a number of years ago, I kept checking in on her all throughout the day to see how she was doing. And every time I tuned in to see how she was doing, she was just laughing, just non-stop laughing. And I heard her say a couple, like, did I really believe all of that? Oh my God. Just laughing at all the things that she thought when she was alive were true. We get caught thinking that we are the characters we're playing rather than the actors. Of course, that's possum medicine. But Coyote is kind of the same, like, don't take life too seriously. As Oscar Wilde says, life is too important to be taken seriously. All right, I hope that helps, Roulette. All right, Sage, you are up. Let's see who's going to come this week to walk with you and guide you. Sage, you got Squirrel. The number one thing Squirrel is about is resourcefulness. I know we just did a reading for you. I don't remember what cards. I don't remember if Squirrel was part of it or not. But Squirrel is about, counter to what society thinks when we talk about squirreling things away, and there's this whole idea of saving up for the winter, hoarding things to make sure we have enough to get through. And that is not what Squirrel is about. Squirrel is about gratitude. Squirrel is about abundance. Not in the abundance as in having a huge bank account, although that can be part of it, but the gratitude, the abundance of recognizing the gifts of the universe, welcoming them in with gratitude, and then returning them, letting them go. Like Squirrel finding the biggest acorn he's ever seen in his life. Oh my God, thank you. And then burying it, returning it to the earth. So it's about the flow of abundance through you. It's not about acquiring. It's not about holding on. It's about that abundance that flows through us. It's the process. It's opening up to a wider stream, right? You can see him riding on the back of Buffalo. Exactly. I'm gonna have to draw that now. I'll send you a copy. Maybe that'll be my daily doodle today. I do a daily doodle. Every day I doodle something and post it to my personal wall, which is public, so if you want to see them, you can. But maybe I'll draw that tonight. Thank you for that image. But yes, Squirrel is about that abundance of welcoming it in. And again, you know, Buffalo is more grounded. Buffalo is more earthy. Squirrel is all over the place. Some of them flying. Now I've got Bullwinkle in my head. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull the rabbit out of my hat. Nothing up my sleeve. Squirrel is about that running around. Your resources are widespread, right? It's not about having the bank account and that's your one and only source of income or abundance. It's about seeing your abundance everywhere. Every little thing that comes to you is part of that abundance. It's not just money. It's the food you eat, the friends, the sunlight, a safe, comfortable bed to sleep in. That is all parts of abundance. And realizing how many resources you have. And the other thing about it too is, so squirrel is about being present in the moment. Oh my God, that's the biggest acorn I've ever seen. Oh, thank you, universe. I'm going to bury it right now. That receiving and releasing, by doing that, by having that joy in the moment, returning that acorn, come that hard winter day when he's starving, he's like, oh my God, there was that giant acorn and I buried it right over there. I'm going to eat it now. So by taking care of himself in the moment, his future is taken care of. It's not about planning for the future. It's not about having all your ducks in a row so that once this happens, then this other thing can happen. It's about being flexible. It's about the playfulness. You know, there's nothing that squirrel does more than romp around and play and jump and chase each other and all of that, right? So it's kind of letting go of some of the more solid, entrenched ideas of abundance and being available to receive the true beauty, the true wealth that comes to you every day from many, many resources. The other aspect of that is that squirrel can't possibly remember where he's buried all his nuts. And so some of what he buries grow into trees. He plants a lot of oak trees, and then that oak tree comes to maturity and starts dropping thousands more acorns, benefiting the whole woodland. And so don't narrow the field of what your resources are, because throughout your life, everything you have done, everything you have said is sowing seeds. That's when I talk about walking in beauty. You're either sowing seeds of beauty or sowing seeds of fear. And so those seeds that you put out there of beauty, of love, of integrity, whatever, are now grown trees, whatever, and they are ready, they are fruitful, ready to feed you now. So I hope that makes sense. And just don't be afraid to play. Enjoy yourself. It's a joyful thing. Squirrel is full of joy. Impishness, you know, that impish chewing out the neighbors and chasing the other squirrels, and there's a grace to that. If you've ever watched them run and the way their tail follows them in this little wave, it's like this flow. There's this gracefulness. And it really comes down to trusting that the universe has your back. You need to work harder at play. Squirrel wouldn't have come up if it wasn't already happening. Okay? So take it as a good sign that you're moving in the right direction. But be easy on yourself. It's okay to loosen up the reins a little bit and to let yourself run and play. So, all right. What do we got on time? We have room for one more person. I will draw the cowgirl squirrel on the back of the buffalo for you, Sage. That'll be my daily doodle for the day. I don't know what time it is, but that was only 5 cards. So if there's anyone else on here that wants a 1-card reading, otherwise, if you are watching and you didn't get a reading, know that number 1, I pulled a card at the beginning, a card for everybody, and that card was Prairie Dog, who has, true to form, there, nope, that's Otter, has buried himself in the middle of the deck somewhere. Okay, and so Prairie Dog is about retreating from the world, giving yourself the opportunity to experience who you are, like getting that baseline reading on your energy without the influence of anybody else. And beyond that, if anything I've said tonight, even if the readings weren't for you, if anything resonated, if anything kind of rang a bell or clicked into place or whatever, know that that is a sign that that guidance is for you as well. If you're watching this, if you're aware of what I'm saying, it pertains to you as much as to anyone else. So, all right, well, if there's no one else that wants a 1-card reading, like I said, I have no idea what time it is because I'm out in the woods, which is awesome. The sun went down, so I know it's somewhere probably between 8:30 and 9, but since there wasn't a 6th person, let me pull 1 more card for everybody. Bonus card. Okay. Coyote came up reversed. So everybody lighten up. Your homework this week is to laugh, is to watch funny movies, to read comic books, to watch cartoons, be like a kid. Oh, thank you, Sage, 8:57. Oh, cool, I'm like pretty much right on time then. So lighten up, everybody, please. I know there's a lot of heaviness right now. And because of that, we need more lightness in the world. It's important. Just like that's, okay, so this is how it fits with the Prairie Dog earlier. You need to retreat from the heaviness to find that lightness within so you can bring that lightness back to the community. It doesn't mean, you know, we have this duality mindfulness where we think it's either one or the other, but you can be serious and passionate about certain things and the good fight and all of that and still have a sense of humor. In fact, it's essential. It's the sense of humor that helps to feed that passion to be able to stand up for what's right. Does that make sense? So that is it for tonight. I hope that was meaningful for you. And again, my asking price for watching this video is to please share it. You can share it to your own page, to a group, whatever. But I ask that you please share it. And next week, I don't have the details, but watch my Facebook page this coming week. Next week, before I do Monday mini medicine card readings, I'm gonna be on a former teacher's radio program. I don't have the details right now in front of me, but watch my Facebook page and you can tune in and see me there before this, and then we will do Monday mini medicine card readings. And remember, again, like I said, Wednesday night I also do a sacred pipe ceremony. So if you feel like if you want to be the Prairie Dog and pull back from the world, that is the perfect place to do that. And again, please visit my website if you'd like a reading for yourself or to gift someone else. You can do so on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, and you can see what other shamanic services I offer. What else? I always forget something. Oh, and if you feel like it, you can also donate to me. I gratefully accept any donations. This is my full-time job now. And so I welcome anything you feel called to give. Again, this is free. There's no requirements. But if you feel so moved to share with me, I gratefully, gratefully accept. So thank you for that. And thank you to those who have been. I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else? I guess that's it for now. So, have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you next Monday, maybe twice. And have a wonderful, wonderful week. Call in these are spirit guides. These are sentient beings who are coming to help you. Call on them. Talk to them. Know that they are there to help you. Okay? And meantime, until I see you next, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everybody, and I will see you soon. Go shining. Bye.